If you're building anything or trying to bring an idea to life, you might just have a perspective problem. Just hold on. Let me explain. So I was sharing an idea with a mentor and a friend. I'm going to name drop him. His name is Moronti Atunwa. He was Executive Creative Director for TBWA, one of the most impactful agencies in Africa. Our relationship started with him first being my boss, and then it progressed into a friendship, so much so that we co-founded a podcast together. And I was sharing some ideas with him for a new company that I'm trying to create. I've been working on the idea for about 5 months now. Don't worry, guys, I'm going to get the gist in due time. I was just sharing with him what my frustrations are with what I'm trying to build. And then he proceeded to share some perspectives with me. And believe me when I say it felt like scales fell off my eyes. It felt like my brain was unclogged and uncluttered in a way that it had never been throughout this process of trying to bring this idea to life. And so he made a very strong observation to him, which led me down this train of thought that exposure is the real leverage of so-called top players and performers across different industries. It's that exposure that helps them come up with mind-blowing perspective to ideas people are trying to bring to life, just like Ronti did for me. He himself was humble enough to tell me that, look, David, a lot of how I go about business has a lot to do with the kind of exposure that I got early on. For some people, there's a way they look at the world. There's just almost like a superhuman, metaphysical way they have a way of seeing the world, so that where everybody else sees a problem, they see a solution. Where everybody else sees a closed door, they see an opportunity for some new innovation. And for some other people, it's a combination and accumulation of their total lived experience. They've been through the fire and water, as it were. They have such a robust perspective of life that has now elevated the way they look at problems, the way they go about problem solving, the way they go about leadership, and most importantly, bringing ideas to life. The main value that people like this really bring to an organization is not just what they do, it's who they are, which is why I'm saying this perspective that you might need to take your idea to the next level, or take your organization, if you're a business owner, to the next level, does not necessarily have to come from you. There are people with this leverage of exposure, because that's what I'm going to call it. Exposure is leverage. And I call it that because in my years of observing top performers and top players across several industries, including mine, that's the one thing they all have in common, especially the exceptional ones.